Welcome to the concept of working capital management. This is part 3 related to working capital management analysis or working capital analysis. In the last two previous classes, I had tried to present you the first part about the concept of working capital, and the second part I had tried to present before you about working capital management. So this is a part 3, working capital management analysis or working capital in all working capital analysis. That this is the part 3, and this is really helps for the research like thesis writing for the MPhil courses or the PhD, or to analysis some companies, public sector companies, working capital analysis. This lecture will eventually help you a lot. So hope you will enjoy it. Please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channels, and get the lectures or to get the uh, theoretical concept or the analysis about the working capital. So let's to begin. Hope you are safe, stay home, stay safe, enjoy the classes through YouTube channels, and subscribe it. Don't forget to subscribe it. So now come to the working capital management analysis. Why working capital management analysis is to be done? Let's come to the beginning. That concept which we have had tried to given you about the working capital, that there is a two concept of working capital. One is your gross working capital, second one is your net working capital. And I tried to show you how to determine the working capital, the factors determining the working capitals. Then we had tried to about the permanent, another concept, that is the permanent working capital and temporary or the temporary working capitals. Then we had tried to analysis about the working capital management, how management of working capital is important for the organizations. Now to analysis it, working capital. What we are going to analysis is that working capital analysis refers to determine the profitability and sustainability about the working capitals for the organizations. That means the profitability, sustainability part, how the profit is to be affected by the working capital analysis, and the second part is sustainability, means the liquidity, how we can easily maintain the liquidity position of the business. That means there are generally there are two factors are there. Working capital analysis is used to determine mostly the liquidity analysis, that in comparison to the maintaining the how sufficient maintenance of current assets in comparison to the current liabilities. It provides a detailed view of exactly when obligation must be paid by the firm. That means working capital analysis will provide you the detailed view that how you can provide obligation to the current liabilities. That means the information is needed to determine whether organization is required to need additional long-term funds for the investment in working capital, or the organization try to put additional or the excess of cash sheet, the excess of resources or working capital resources, working capital funds for long-term investment purposes. That means this working capital mostly determine the two things. The first thing, it determine about the identify shortage of funds, or identify the excess of firms. These are the two things that through working capital analysis we can determine. Already in the last concept in the management of working capital, already I told you there is both the inadequate of working capital or excess of working capital is dangerous or bad situation for the business firm. That means the first we will identify whether there is a shortage of funds. If there is a shortage of funds, that means the organization will need additional long-term funds for the investment in the business operations, to run the business operations. Secondly, if there is a excess of funds, then the organization will shift the excess of cash or the working capital resources or the working capital funds for the investment in the long-term sources. That means neither shortage nor excess of working capital is required. That is the main purpose behind analysis of working capital. So the main there are three aspects we are going to discuss about the working capital analysis. That working capital analysis tells you the first aspect that it helps the manager to foresee the financial difficulties that may arise in the business operations. That through working capital analysis, manager will foresee the detailed financial difficulties which arise in the business operations. The second things through working capital analysis, it shows the potential investors' ability of the company to get through financial challenged periods. That means through working capital analysis we can identify that how potentially we are able to identify the working capital analysis during challenging periods. And the third aspect we are going to see that business should maintain that a high enough working capital resources that can manage the unpredictable struggles in the business. That means the business can easily manage the unpredictable situation, unpredictable problems which arise in the business situation. To avoid it, the working capital analysis helps you to maintain enough working capital operation in the business operations. Then next, the techniques of working capital analysis. What are the techniques we adopt the working capital analysis? There are certain techniques are adopted, that is divided into three parts. The first part is your analysis through financial statements. Second is your liquidity analysis. Third is your turnover and profitability. Analysis. These are the three techniques adopted to analyze the working capital position of the business. The first analysis is analysis through the financial statements. That means what are the first is trade analysis. Second is common size statement analysis. The first one is your trade analysis, second one is your common size statement analysis. Let's come to the first trade analysis. Trade analysis means it analyzes take the financial statement to analyze the working capital by comparing the one particular year, or which is called as a base year, taken as 100 compared with the other years. That means it is one type of comparative statement analysis. That is a trend analysis. So that is the trend analysis. That means for the 1 year it is to be taken as the base year, which is the first year, or the last year is to be taken as the base year, which is considered as 100, and the rest of the year is to be compared and expressed as a percentage in compared to the base year percentage. So this is a trend analysis. Through trend analysis, the working capital can be analyzed by taking into the different components of the current assets, current liabilities, whether there is a increases or decreases. If it increases the working capital, that means current assets by 20% over the current liabilities, then the position is good. If the current asset increases by 20% to the base year, the base year of was taken as 100, and the current liabilities simultaneously increases with that 20%, then there is no there is a problem arises in the business situations. So this is trend analysis. Then second one is your common size statement. Common size statement means that is the common size statement analysis. Try to analysis about the components, each components of current assets, current liabilities by taking into the total assets as 100 or total assets as liabilities. That is the basic idea regarding common size statement analysis. But here, when we are going to analyze the working capital, then we'll take the total current assets as 100 and total current assets as total current liabilities as 100, and accordingly the components of current assets are expressed in the form of percentages, so that we can identify that how much of funds is blocked in which components of the current assets, or how much blocked is more obligable to pay the current liabilities. So that is the common size statement analysis. So from this analysis we can understand about the basic idea regarding the blocking of the working capital resources of the business. Then comes to the liquidity analysis. Liquidity analysis regarding about the liquidity position of the business. It includes, that is the current ratio. Second one is the quick ratio, and third one is absolute liquid ratio. So these are the three ratio analysis is to be used for the analysis of working capital. That is the liquidity analysis. Liquidity analysis, that is the most important old concept adopted for the analysis of working capital. This is current assets by current liabilities. It should be, the standard norm should be 2:1. That means a company should possess at least 2 rupees current assets in relation to the 1 rupee of the current liabilities, so that easily it can pay the current liabilities as and when it is demanded. So if it is less than that, then the companies will be facing the financial problem or the financial crisis. So that is the current ratios, or this is otherwise known as working capital ratios. So this shows the better liquidity analysis. Then second is again, if you go to the liquidity analysis in deep, then you have to apply the quick ratio, which shows the quick assets or liquid assets by current liabilities. So that is the quick assets or current assets by current liabilities. That means the standard norm should be 1:1. That means the quick assets or the liquid assets should be at least 1 rupee in comparison to the total current liabilities of 1 rupee. So that the current liabilities can be the obligation of current liabilities can be payable at any time whenever they demanded. So out of the quick assets or the liquid assets. That means from current assets, the slow movement stocks or the slow movement assets like the stock, inventory or the bad debts are excluded to identify the working capital analysis. Then the third one is your absolute liquid ratio. Absolute liquid ratio shows about the relationship between absolute liquid assets by current liabilities. That means its standard norm should be 0.5 is to 1. It should be the minimum maintenance by the every business firms to run their business in a very effective and efficient manner, that at least 50 paisa should be maintained in the absolute liquid assets in comparison to the 1 rupee current liabilities. That means that absolute liquid assets includes only cash and bank balances, marketable securities, that is the highly liquid current assets which is easily payable at any moment when there is a demand arises from the current liabilities obligations. So at least it should be maintained 50 paisa to the 1 rupee current liabilities obligations. So these are the three ratios adopted for the liquidity analysis. That means how efficiently you utilize your working capital, that means current assets to the current liabilities position, so that you can maintain the financial strength or the financial betterment for the business. That means it can easily avoid the financial crisis or the unpredictable challenges arises for the working capital management. Then there is also certain turnover or the profitability analysis are there, turnover ratios or the profitability analysis ratios are there. The first turnover or the profitability ratio is working capital turnover ratio. Working capital turnover ratio shows about the relationship between net sales by working capital. That means higher the ratio, better is the working capital position of the business. That means how efficiently we are converting the sales into working capital position easily. Lower the ratio, there is a block of working capital. That means there is the idle of working capital resources. Then the second one is your debtors turnover ratio. That means net credit sales by debtors or trade debtors. So that is the debtors turnover ratio. This shows about how much credit sales we are maintained and how much debtors we are. That shows about the collection period of the money from the debtors. That means higher the ratio, lower collection period is there. Lower the ratio, higher collection period is there. If lower collection period is there, then the business will generate cash easily, quickly from the debtors, so that it will maintain the easy amount of working capital. Then third one is your inventory turnover ratio. That is cost of goods sold by total inventory or average inventories, or we can say net sales by average inventories. That means how much of stock we are maintaining to convert into the cost of goods or the net sales. If higher the ratio, that means lower the inventory is maintained, the sales generation of the cash resources will be easy, quick, in the very short period of time. If lower the ratio is there, that means more inventory is maintained, it will take more time to convert into the realize into the sales. Then fourth is your cash turnover ratio. It shows about net sales by cash and bank balance. That shows about how much easily we can generate the cash from the total sales of the business. These are the four turnover ratio which analyzes the working capital. That means as much as we are doing for the sales, that how much of time it will take to convert into the working capital position of the business. Then fifth one is your return on capital employed. That means net profit before tax by capital employed. That shows about that how much profitability is created from the capital employed. Capital employed consists of total fixed assets plus working capital of the business. That means net current assets. Total fixed assets, net current assets included here. As the more current assets is, more net current assets included in the capital employed, the profit should be more. If higher the percentage, profitability is better. Lower the percentage, profitability is the lower. That means your capital employed is not properly invested in the investment in the components of the assets, included your current assets as well as your fixed assets or long-term debts and the shareholders funds. So this is about the return on capital employed. That means in total the working capital analysis is to be based upon your the trend analysis, which analyzes your the components of the current assets, current liabilities, the liquidity analysis, that means how easily liquidated our funds to demand of the current liabilities to pay immediately to maintain the liquidity of the business without crunching the liquidity position of the business. And third one is your turnover and profitability analysis. That means how easily or how quickly we generate the cash from the net sales. That means sales is to be converted into the cash operations so that working capital position will be better, improved. And that last one is your profitability analysis. That it also affects your profitability. Already I told you in the beginning, as the return on capital employed is higher, profitability will be higher, working capital will be used very effectively and efficiently. So this is about working capital analysis. Hope you will enjoy it. Thank you.